get the show on the road. Let's get this thing started. So, right, main topic of conversation today, what we're gonna be tapping in with, Tashawn Reed's article, right? And if y'all don't know, it is the article he wrote for The Athletic, right? And it is titled 53 Man Predictions, right? So I would love to pull it up on screen here, but the motherfuckers was asking for a subscription. And knowing my ass, bro, I'll pay the $1, right? There's a $1 subscription, but I'll forget. So I'm not doing it. So either way, bro, there will be no article pulled up here. But there is topics from the article that I pulled that I do believe, in my opinion, are very, very crucial to look at, right? So that's what we're going to be tapping in with right now. We got about a couple topics from there, man, that I want to touch on, and I want to get y'all opinion on. And then we might play a little dub or snub, right? And if y'all new to the show, dub or snub, if we pick dub, that basically means, man, that's a dub, man. That's a W. We basically believe in that player or believe whatever the prompt is. If it's a snub, we snubbing that, bro. Like, we're not on that. You know what I mean? And that means that's an L, basically. And that's a no. That's a negative, right? So if you're new to the show, that's a little game that we just started a little while back, but we might bring it back today, man. Depending on how we look into some of these rumors. So first one that we're going to tap in with, and I don't think it's all that crazy. It's not all that juicy or whatever the case, but it's more along the lines of saying, like, maybe we're taking a little victory lap on this one. And the first one is Mostert's role, right? / Sincere McCormick being that third back. So I found it very, very funny. You looking at the article as Tashawn is writing it, and already he has Dylan Laube not making the squad, right? So Dylan Laube is the odd man out. Surprisingly, Zamir is in there, right? Zamir stays, right? Zamir stays. But at the whole portion of it, what you're looking at in the pivotal roles, you're seeing, of course, Jeanty do what he's supposed to do, right? But what he really highlighted in the article was that Mostert was going to be that third down back, right? He's going to be that third down back. I wonder who said that before. Anyway, right? We get there, okay? And we understand now. Now we got to start understanding the role. What does third down back mean, right? More along the lines of pass protection and more along the lines of running some routes, right? Getting out there, getting jiggy when it's time to get out in space. So that's not a surprise to me, right? It's not a surprise to me. I kind of expected that early on, in saying that there's going to be some things that just the veteran in Mostert is going to be better at coming off, coming straight into it than Jeanty will, right? So that's not a shot in saying Jeanty ain't going to be good, but it's just, you have a veteran that's a good veteran, right? You got to lean on that, bro. I don't think they're just going to sit here and just have Mostert counting blades of grass and shit on the goddamn sidelines. Like, no, he's had success before, especially in the limited role, maybe to keep them fresh. This obviously helped both of them out, right, to keep them fresh as the season goes on. So I'm not tripping off that. That's something that I expected. A lot of people, when I said it at first, right, and a lot of the family that be in here, y'all see some of the arguments we have. But when I said that shit at first, a lot of people, why the fuck would Mostert come in on third down? Blah, 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 blah. Bro, now we see it in full effect, right? It's funny how all that shit talking dwindle as shit starts coming out, right? Now, all of a sudden, the people that was up in this chat that was saying, Rendon don't know what the fuck he's talking about. Them shits go get fewer and fewer, don't it? It get fewer and fewer. But as we look, right, I think that's pivotal. But what's interesting to me, right, what stood out to me was that McCormick was slotted as that third down back. Or not third down back, but just the third back, right? Very interesting. Very interesting, right? And he's coming off the year he had last year, and he's always, you're looking at another injury year or injury-riddled season. And then you're like, all right, well, how much can he impress the squad? It's funny, Pete said something about him too, I believe, in one of the interviews that he had. I don't remember if it was Media Day or whatever it was, or his last interview of OTAs, but Pete said something about Sincere McCormick as well, saying along the lines he was impressed on what he saw. Hey, you got to give a shout out to the boy Unc, man. You already know what it is, man. If y'all watch Turf and Run Down, or you just watch Turf at all, you know that's his guy, right? And we always get on his ass about every time he's sitting there talking about, oh, Sincere McCormick. You know what I say? He sincerely got to let that shit go. But either way, he could take his victory lap right now, right? It's looking like he gonna make the squad. And then couple that with Pete's comments on committee, right? Might even get some tick. Might even get some burn. So, hey, man, I gotta give a shout out to Turf, man, because you know Turf he gonna ride to the end, man, till the wheels fall off, and it's looking like he might be able to take one more victory lap. But let me see how y'all feel, man. How y'all feeling about how y'all feeling about Sincere McCormick being slotted right now to make the squad? Now it's early. We still got a whole bunch of training camp to go, but you know the fact that he's already, you know, you looking, it's like, all right, he's already beaten out Zamir, already beaten out Lauby. Is that a surprise? Not really. But either way, I still think it's funny that he is that third back. Salute to all the peoples up in here, man. Salute. Ben, he says if Wilkins really got blinded by a light and messed up his foot, that would be some real Raider shit. Hey, we'll talk about that in a little bit. Because that's nasty, bro. That information with Wilkins is so finicky right now. You don't know what to believe, bro. You have zero people to sit here and be like, oh yeah, I know this for a fact, or I know this for a fact. It's just like the way that everything is coming out is just so weird. But let me see, man. Zamir needs to take a coach flight to the bench. Yeah, I think we done, bro. I think we done. Pete likes Zamir, bigger back, short yardage guy. Yeah, I mean, see, this is my problem with that. You talking about Zamir being short yardage, like maybe short yardage or goal line. I'd rather have Jeanty do that, to be honest with you. This is what I drafted you for, 6 overall. Goddamn right. You get your ass out there. If I need 2 yards on the goal line, I best be able to put my 6 overall drafted running back in there to get me those 2 yards. Point blank, period. And if I do not get that, we're gonna have to sit here and have some tough conversations on here, bro. We're gonna have to sit here and have some tough conversations. Let me see, man. What else we got, man? Zamir could be a rhino at goal line back, maybe. But see, your last point is exactly why this shit won't work, bro. He's blind as a bat. Now, I was singing praise, right? Not too long ago, but now that you watch it and it's like you see a full season of it and you see him be a starter, you understand, bro. He probably wouldn't even be able to find his own ass if it wasn't attached to his body. Right? Like that's how bad it is, bro. Your boy can't find a hole to save his life. So at the end of the day, what we can sit here and say is that how can we put him at the goal line back and this man might miss the goddamn hole to put him in there. He running in the back of fucking linemen and shit. And trust me, bro, it look cool when you on TV, but your linemen don't fucking like it when you're running into their backs 24/7, bro. They don't. That's liable to get shit talked right behind your back because they're saying, man, this motherfucker just run into my calves, run into my goddamn hamstrings and back. Some people don't like that, bro. They will talk shit about you. Linemen don't really like all that. Zamir has SpongeBob muscles. Yeah, bro. And hey, y'all gotta get up on the SpongeBob lore, bro. Y'all already know when your boy had them balloon muscles and he had to blow them shits up. Good for nothing. Look good, right? But not really effective. We all seen that. Huey P said Mostert was a nice pickup. Still wanted Nick Chubb. Ain't Nick Chubb gone? Didn't he go? Did he go to the Texans? I believe he went to the Texans. Nah, hey, that would have been a nice pickup too if we could have grabbed that. But hopefully now you're saying Sincere McCormick stays healthy. You know, now I know some people get on me about saying, oh, you wanted Nick Chubb. He got an injury history. And I always talk about injuries, right? But realistically, I'm not getting Nick Chubb to be the starter. He's just getting a little bit of work just in case. Now, anybody sitting here saying, well, Sincere McCormick got the same fucking injury history. So either way, bro, like it's a spade and spade. I'd rather have had Nick Chubb than Sincere McCormick, but that's just me. That's me, right? RDG, what's happening? Sincere been doing well this all season. I read this story before. Hey, I read this story before. I've seen the movie before. You feel what I'm saying? How many times, Alec, be honest, right? And everybody else in the chat, be honest. How many times have we said this sentence? We going on like damn near 3 years, right? We going on 3 years. So the rubber got to meet the road at some point. You feel what I'm saying? Now, yes, last year, yeah, he had some time to get in there and showcase a little bit, but the unfortunate circumstance rears its ugly head again. Injury. So that's something right there. Like, he can't all the way control, but he's got to do his best to stay on the field. Because if he doesn't, curtains. It's a wrap. All right. And it's another. That's if Mostert don't get fucking hurt. I'm kind of more confident that Mostert don't get hurt because he's not getting the bulk of the carries, right? Like, I think most of the times he was a starter and he was getting all these carries, and now I think he's going to be in a limited role a little bit better, be able to take care of his body a little bit better. So let's hope with that. I don't believe anything that comes from the Raiders. Pete never said anything, so until then, I'm sure he'll be ready for week 1. Yeah, man. We'll hope. See, the only thing is, right? I'll be reading Pete. If you're talking about Wilkins, I read Pete. You know, Pete is always happy. He always trying to spin some positive shit on it. He is not positive about Christian Wilkins. I ain't heard not one positive word. So that's that. Oh, I didn't even see it, bro. We got a $2 holler in the building, man. Salute to the guy, bro. Appreciate Chewy in the building, man. He says Jeanty, Mostert, McCormick, 1, 2, 3. I do like that. I do like it. It's not bad. You got a mix of different skill sets in there. You feel what I'm saying? Now look, when Josh Jacobs was going through the shit, you can go back. I used to say, hey, running back by committee. Let's do it by committee. This committee is what the fuck I was talking about. Now, in no way, shape, or form were we talking about fucking Zamir White, Alexander Madison, and Dylan Lowby. That was not the vision, okay? So everybody like, Leo, hey, kiss my ass, all right? You knew exactly what I was talking about. This is exactly what it meant, all right? This is what I meant.